Have you ever wondered what the difference between a regular electric guitar and a smart electric guitar are? Well, so have I, and that's why when the guitar manufacturer Enya reached out to me to try their new Inspire model smart guitar, I was curious to check it out. In this video, I'm going to give you a full review of their Inspire smart guitar. I'll talk to you about the different features it has, the playability, what's included in the box, and a lot more. Full disclosure, Enya sent me this guitar for free for a review, and there's a purchase code in the description where I get a small commission off every sale, but my opinions and descriptions that I'm sharing of this guitar today are completely my own. They gave me full freedom to review this guitar in any way that I like, and any opinions shared today are going to be 100% honest. So if that sounds good to you, let's go. Alright, so you're probably wondering what the difference is between a smart guitar and a regular electric guitar. Well, the main difference is that a smart guitar has additional features that allow expanded options for playback and recording. So first off, let's see what's included in the box. The guitar came in a soft shell case and included an instruction manual, a charger cable, a tremolo bar, a truss rod adjustment tool, some Allen wrenches, and an optional foot switch. So after unboxing, the first thing I wanted to do was check the setup on the guitar. The first thing that I noticed was the action was pretty high. So I adjusted it down to about where I like it, which is 1 millimeter at the high E string on the 12th fret, and 2 millimeters at the 12th fret on the low E string. And after making these adjustments, the guitar played really well. There was no fret buzzing or dead spots in the neck. The tuning knobs feel really nice. There's not a lot of slack in them. They're very tight, and they seem to hold a tune very well. This is my first time ever playing a guitar that's a one-piece carbon fiber body with a carbon fiber neck. And so the neck is kind of interesting because it's an asymmetrical neck. So it's a thicker C shape at the lower frets, which is a little bit more comfortable for chords. And then it goes up to a thinner style neck and a V shape as you get to the higher frets, which makes it a little bit easier for playing solo style stuff at the higher frets. So it's kind of a combo of maybe a Gibson's 50 style neck at the lower frets down here, and then maybe a Gibson's thinner 60 style neck higher up. It's got 24 frets, and access to the high frets is really nice, but overall it's pretty comfortable to play. And it's a Fender Strat style configuration. So you've got a single coil at the neck, single coil in the middle, and a humbucker at the bridge. And then you've got the standard 5 selector switch that works just like a Fender Strat. And there's no tone knob, just a volume knob. And if you pull the volume knob out, you can switch the humbucker from series to parallel, which gives you some more tonal options. And then we've also got the Fender style floating tremolo bridge with the removable tremolo arm. So let's hear what it sounds like with a clean tone. So this is the humbucker bridge pickup. So it's got a pretty decent tone. I'm playing through my Fender Twin Reverb 65 ratio amp, and I've got a pretty neutral tone going here. No other pedals or effects. And let's pull that volume knob and switch from series to parallel. So it kind of gives you that option between sounding like a Gibson or sounding like a Fender in that bridge pickup. And then if we leave that switch pulled out and we play between the bridge and the middle pickup, we've got that Fender style tone there. And then we've got that kind of deep neck pickup type sound. So that gives you kind of a good overview of the clean tones in the different settings. Very Fender-esque with the bridge humbucker, which can give you Gibson-esque style tones. One thing I did notice with the pickups is they're a little bit lower output than I'm used to with my Gibsons and Fenders. And they're decent sounding and can be shaped a little bit with an equalizer, which I'll show you in a second. But straight out of the box, they don't have the clarity that you expect from some of the higher end pickups. But it's not surprising at the around $500 or $600 price point this guitar comes in. So let's hear some distorted tones. I'm just gonna run it straight into a rat pedal. That's the only effect I've got going. And this is the bridge humbucker pickup. And then we can get kind of a bluesy feel with the neck pickup. So overall, pretty good tone through the amp. And then if you want to kind of sculpt the tone a little bit, make it a little bit brighter and have a little bit more clarity, I've done a scooped mids setting with my graphic equalizer along with the rat pedal. And here's what that sounds like through the bridge pickup. So even with just the stock pickups, you can get a pretty decent tone out of this guitar. All right, so those are the basic electric guitar features. And then let's talk about what we can do with this as far as a smart guitar. So in addition to the normal 1/4 inch output jack, you've also got a USB-C jack, which you can run the dry signal to a recording device, which can be nice if you don't want to have to mic it, or if you just want to run your guitar straight into your laptop without having to use an interface. This is a great option. And then we've also got an 1/8 inch headphone output jack, and this is a really great option if you want to use this as a practice guitar, but you don't want to make a bunch of noise late at night. You can just plug in your headphones without needing a separate headphone amp. And then you've also probably noticed we've got this built-in speaker. And so if we disconnect the amp and we turn the guitar on by holding this button, we can get 4 different preset tones which come from the speaker with the volume controlled on the volume knob. So the first tone option we have is indicated by this green light. It's kind of a clean chorusy style tone. And then if we tap the button, we get the next tone. Which has a little bit of breakup and kind of a phaser effect. And then we tap it again and we've got kind of an overdrive setting. And then the last setting we have is a full-on distortion setting with some delay. So these built-in effects are pretty nice if you're practicing and you don't want to have to pull out an amp or you don't want to play too loud. It also would make a great travel option. I find myself mostly using the overdrive setting. In addition, you can use these tones with pedals on your pedal board. In my opinion, the tones are not something that I would particularly use for like effects in recording or in a live situation, but they're nice if you're just practicing, you don't want to have to plug into an amp, or you're traveling and you don't want to bring a bunch of extra gear. And then Enya also sent me this wireless foot pedal switch, which uses Bluetooth to connect to your guitar. So you can switch between any of those tone channels that the guitar offers through the use of the foot switch. I think this is an upgrade option, but it's a nice option to have if you want to switch between tones without having to stop playing in between. So the speaker and effects are powered through a USB charger that's included with the guitar, and the foot switch also uses the same charger, and it offers 12 hours of playing time when fully charged. Another feature is the 0 fret, which is kind of nice for controlling your intonation, and you have an easy truss rod adjustment, which you can access at the base of the neck with the tool provided, and then you can also adjust the tension of the floating tremolo on the backside with the same tool. So overall, a very easy guitar to play and set up. And in addition to these features, there's also a free app available. The app uses Bluetooth to connect your guitar to the app, where there's additional tone settings that you can use. And then there's also some settings to control your line outs and your speaker volume. And there's also some great resources on the app where you can learn to play songs, like Pet Cemetery, where you can actually play along with an instrumental version of the song. And then there's also some great resources like a drum machine, metronome, tuner, and some chord charts. So overall, I give the Enya Inspire guitar a 9.2. The guitar is easy to set up, the neck feels nice, the body is super light but feels substantial. I love the idea of the built-in speaker with the different effects. I feel like this is a great travel guitar, a great practice guitar, a great guitar for kids to learn on. And the fact that it's super easy to set up with great playability is going to make it great for new guitarists who want to learn. Nothing's worse than trying to learn guitar and having a guitar with really high action that can't be lowered because of fret buzz or dead spots, not straight neck, that kind of issues. And this guitar came practically ready to play right out of the box. All I really had to do was adjust the action. What I'd like to see are more effects and maybe the option to tweak the effects through a second knob on the guitar. I also felt like the pickups left a little bit to be desired, but I might be spoiled from being used to playing higher end pickups to begin with. For the average beginner guitarist, you're not really going to notice the difference. So that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments if you've played one of these guitars and what your thoughts are, or if you've played a smart guitar before and want to leave your feedback or let me know something I missed. And check out my beginner guitar course on my website, scottobryanguitar.com. It's a 10 video course that takes you from scratch, never having played guitar before, all the way up to rock and roll proficiency with some cool songs to learn along the way. And I'll see you guys next time.